Welcome back to the Alaska Garage. So today we have yet another install video. So the original bags that I was using for this bike, they were not adequate for my needs. So we're going to go in and get ourselves some nice stretched Harley style bags. These ones right here, these are a Nasty Hog. They're a company out of Canada that I got these from. No exhaust cutouts on these ones, and the paint finish that they put on these is just flawless. I definitely suggest them, but if you come back, and make sure to check in description. Any problems I may have with any products that I use, I will put update in the description of my videos. Any modifications I may have to do, or anything that, well, doesn't cut the mustard. Yeah, the brackets I'll be using is a company called Tiger's Gate. So I was looking on Amazon trying to find these. A lot of them had horrible reviews, but this particular company did not have any bad reviews. But then at the same time, they had next to no reviews. So one of the complaints was on some of the other ones is right here, it snaps. Once again, I will be updating a description if I have to fix that. But ones to steer away from would be the ones that have like the crinkle coat, kind of like a bed liner on there, or similar to what's on your casings if you have that finish. So another thing I got was some extended bolts. I will be using this with the quick release for the backrest. The wife really likes to use the backrest. So we have 3/8 by 16 2-inch. We have two of those, and we have 3/8 by 16 2¼ inch. And some new washers. They didn't have the style that comes on there, so it's just regular Allen bolts, but they're stainless, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything. So moving on over to the bike, I've already pulled off these bolts. I had to pull them off so I can get the hardware. And a couple little things that I noticed that I'm probably going to have to do is modify these brackets. Now, I'm not too worried about any type of warranty, but just know that if you were to modify the bracket, that they're probably not going to take it if anything happens to it. But I got a welder over there, so I'm not too worried about a piece of metal. Okay, so with the way that these are initially set up, they have where it pushes it out a little bit in order to straighten it because it tapers in at the back. But I'm going to be using something different, so, and one thing, no, it is tweaked. I'm going to have to push that in to get a bolt in there. But, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to chop off these spacers right here. Once these spacers are chopped off, I then have the quickie setup, which is going to basically go into its place. These will push it out just a little bit more than if you were to just put it on like that, but not by a whole lot. Otherwise, if this had the space right there, I'd just put it right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this off. There's another nut that goes on to there. This acorn nut is not going to be used. Now, one thing to note on this is they have red LOK-TIGHT behind here, you can see. So I'm going to go back with red LOK-TIGHT, even though I absolutely hate using red LOK-TIGHT. But to put this on, just make sure before I put some LOK-TIGHT on there, it spins on there nice. Yeah, that'll work. So let's get some red LOK-TIGHT on there. I'm going to put red LOK-TIGHT on here, but the bolt that goes onto there, I'm going to use blue LOK-TIGHT just because it's a little more friendly to remove. So just a little bit of red Loctite on your end threads. That's be about all it needs. Okay, so the acorn nut came off with 3/4, and these tighten up 11/16. Make sure you use your torque specs. And you see it's still, it's got to get pushed in towards. But I want to get these bolts in first, and then I'll push that into position. Moving this around is not going to be too bad. Now, if you notice something I got going on right here, what happens is the nut wound up, I don't know, rusted off, broke off, the threads were all kind of gummed, and it sheared off. So what I've been doing is I've been putting a bolt through and putting a nut on it. That seems to be working for now. Later on I'll just get a new one of these. They're probably pretty cheap. Okay, and like I said before, what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to take these off. I'm just going to use the toggle blade and take those off. Make sure you wear some safety glasses and eye protection, maybe some gloves as well. But let's take these off. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay, so have all the hardware set, ready to go. This goes, you have a dimple side that sticks outward, but I'm not going to be using that, but it's going to still go that same direction. That's interesting. Okay, well, good to know. So if you use the original hardware, I don't think you're going to be able to get that thing tightened down there properly. So it was the shorter one goes in the back with dimple side towards, and then longer one with that dimple towards there. Okay, so we got the short side up front and the long side in the back. stick a washer on the back side. This, like I said, this is my screwed up one. I only have one that's screwed up. Wrench on the back side. Okay. I think I got the right size. Oh, there we go. Okay, so in order to get this on, I had to do a little bit of modification. So with the newer style bags, what you have going on here is they're a little bit different than your older style. So if I would have had an older style, they probably would have made it up pretty well. It wants to cock a little bit this way. So if you notice, I have this bracket in further than this bracket. I had to notch this bracket to fit around the mount, and then I flipped that deal, and then I have a 1/4 inch spacer that just kind of fits on there. You can get these over at Home Depot. Yep, 1/4 inch. And then on the inside, I have a 1/2 inch spacer which pushes this bracket this way so that it can be bolted onto this side of it. So you have a little 1/2 inch spacer right there. Right, there's your 1/2 inch spacer. I also notched these parts out back here because I wanted to run a bigger bolt. The bolts that came with this kit, they were tiny, and I wanted a little more stout bolt to go on there. That's just personal preference. You can use the other bolts, but you will have to get, if you do it this way, you will have to notch it right here, and you will have to get a longer bolt in order to accommodate a 1/2 inch spacer right there. And then flip and put a 1/4 spacer around it, just like that. So your normal way of doing it, which is puts this over here, what happens, I'd wind up having to flex the entire bag in order to do it. And this is just trying to make things fit that are not necessarily supposed to fit. But I was trying to do the least evasive way in order to get this to work. Optimally, it would have about 1 inch cut out of there, re-welded, 1 inch cut out of there, and re-welded. And that would actually make this fit the way that it probably should. Probably later on I will do that, and I I will make sure that I have a video showing that. So let me get this bag on. I'm still waiting on the hinges, and I'll have a video of how to install the hinges once I get those hinges in. And I still, with the hinges, it comes with the rubber pieces that go right into here. You'll have a little rubber grommet that'll go into there, but that comes with the hinges and it does not come with this mount. So let's get this on and I'll give you kind of a look, see how it looks. Okay, so there you go, part of the mess that I have going on in the garage. It took a lot of R&D in order to try and make this fit the way that it does right now. And I had a factory size bag, still newer style, just to kind of show you what to expect if that's the route that you're going. Okay, so I think I finally got this to where I like them. So I wound up actually having to grind that bracket down just a little bit more than what I had it before. So what happened was, inside the kit that has the brackets, it has these. Inside the kit that has the latches had the actual ones that are for this gear bag, and that brought the bag down by about 1/4 inch, which threw off the brackets, which made it to where I had to grind that bracket down a little bit more than I already had it grind down. So with that, I was able to get it aligned. It also okay, so inside here I have the rubber grommet, which goes in between and stays on the bag itself. And then I had these flat washers that are really big laying around. I put that on there. This one right here, I did not have to cut that one, but this one, I wound up having to cut it. So it's not as long as it was originally, because it was going to wind up hitting the bar right there. So I think it's good. Now I'm happy with the way that it turned out. So like I said before, if I have any issues, I will make sure to put that in the description, other than one thing that I had. I don't know if you can see that, but the coating, just by torquing down that bolt, wound up coming off of the bracket. So not the best coating on it, but I was kind of expecting that. So if I have any other issues, I'll make sure to let you know. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.